If you're a computer science student who needs to take data structures but you're feeling really stressed out about it, then stop and watch this video. As someone who took data structures and finished the class with an A+, these are all the things that I wish somebody had told me before going into it. I hope that with making this video, I can help someone like me who was super stressed out about this daunting data structures course that all the computer science students were talking about and dreading. Keep in mind that nothing I say throughout this video is meant to deter you in any way. With the right mindset and the right strategies, you can do just as well in your data structures class as you can in any other class you've taken. So jumping right into things, I think the first thing that I want to address in this video is that you need to ask yourself why it is that you're there. I know with pursuing computer science, a lot of people will go into it with the mindset of they want to have a high-paying job or they want to design video games for fun or something like that. Although there's nothing wrong with these things, they're really focused on the end result. And the end result is just a tiny part of the entire process. When you start taking classes like data structures and algorithms that are so much more advanced, they're really going to take you from down here to way up here. You need to have the right mindset to make that jump. What I mean by that is you need to be curious and hungry to learn and understand how things work. Focus on the process rather than the end result. That is what is going to make doing well in this class so much easier and any other hard class that you'll have to take. So do it because you want to learn it. You want to go through all of the hardships that come with this class that are going to make you into a better and more efficient programmer. Keep in mind that with anything you do in life, you cannot grow without being in situations that stress you out and make you uncomfortable. So embrace the challenge and know that it's only going to make you into a better programmer. Now, like I was saying, data structures is really the class that's going to take you from down here to way up here as a programmer. The way that I really like to envision data structures is like multi-dimensional programming. I feel that almost every programming class I've taken up until data structures was very single-dimensional. It's kind of hard to describe that to somebody who hasn't taken the course yet, but if you think about the regular, more entry-level programming classes you've taken, everything is kind of just there. With data structures, it's almost as if everything just comes together to make this full circle of all things working together and just needing to grab things from here and here and here, and it's like multi-dimensional programming. It feels like you're envisioning multiple dimensions in your head. So when jumping into data structures, you go from just this single dimensional programming, everything you've done up until this point, and then all of a sudden it's just multi-dimensional things from everywhere. And I think that is the part that a lot of people tend to struggle with, because it's this whole new view on how things work and understanding how things work together and how you can pull them in and use them to make a successful solution to a problem. But I think that is what the main point of data structures is that it allows you to pull in all of these things together to make the most effective and efficient solution to a problem. So the best thing you can do for yourself is to adapt your way of thinking. Don't be caught up in doing things the way that you've always done them. It's almost like you'll need to kind of let go of holding on to your previous ways of solving problems and embrace new strategies that you may need to take on to do well. For example, for me personally, I was never somebody who planned programs beforehand, which I know, not a good approach, but I just never had to. The previous projects I did were hard, but they weren't extraordinarily complex. Like I said, kind of everything single dimensional. But when I got into data structures, that completely changed the game. I really needed to adapt my ways of thinking and completely change the way that I would solve these problems. I started writing pseudocode for everything and needed to envision the exact step-by-step logic for every problem I was solving before I even touched any code. And that is probably the best tip I can give you when you're solving your projects, because in doing that, when it came down to the actual implementation, it made it so much easier because I already had basically the solution. I now just needed to write the code for it. And that, of course, along with giving myself as much time as possible and starting the projects basically the day that they were assigned, because these projects were lengthy and they were like no other. If you run into a problem, you want to make sure you give yourself as much time as possible to come up with the solution and really think about the code before the due date. So with that, don't let anything that I said in this video intimidate you. Data structures is obviously doable, or it wouldn't be such an important part of computer science. I really believe that success in any aspect of your life comes with the way that you approach the problem. So go into this course with an open mind, curious to learn and willing to work hard, and and get excited to become a better programmer. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, check out some of the other videos on my channel. You may end up enjoying those too, and thank you so much for watching if you made it this far. Bye!